Good afternoon. Obviously, first day of minicamp for us really is just an extension of OTAs. Obviously, we can have meetings afterwards, so getting out there today, a little sloppy at times, a lot of plays made on both sides of the ball that we need to clean up the mistakes before we get out of here on vacation.
What was it like seeing Mo back here today, and had you expected before today, had they conveyed to you guys that he would be here?
I didn't know if he would or wouldn't be here. It was great to see him back. He weighed in well. He's a Temple guy, and he's from my hometown, so he gets special privileges anyway, but it was good to see him out there.
How did he look in your limited time?
He looked good. I mean, he moved around some. He didn't do much. He practiced, and he knew what he was supposed to do. He had pretty good knowledge of the system, so he studied, so that was good to see.
Something about the lingering toe injury from last year. Did that impact limit him in any way today?
It didn't look like it to me. It may have asked him, but he looked like he moved pretty good for me.
He said he saw you, I think, in the hallway before practice. What do you say to a guy like the first time you're actually seeing him in the building?
He's from Temple. He get privileges. I told you that. Yeah. Just good to see him, shake his hand, smile, say how you doing, how he's been. He's ready to go. He's ready to go, and we go from there.
Will you sit down with him at all before you break?
I don't think there's a need to. He can come off at any time he wants, but he knows what's required of him, and I know what's required of me. We have a pretty good relationship, so I don't see any feel the need to sit down with him at this point.
Did you know him? Did you know him at all because of the Temple connection?
I knew of him. I didn't know him. We know a lot of the same people because we're from the same area.
Todd, can you understand why Wilkerson, a player of his caliber, isn't happy about his contract situation?
That's probably the whole league. You can ask any player, they won't be happy about their contract. It's just part of the business. It's a process you go through, and this won't be the first or the last here or anywhere else, so just got to take it as it comes.
Coach, how good is this defensive line?
I don't know yet. We haven't played, no practice. And shorts and t-shirt on paper, it looks good, but looks aren't anything. You gotta practice, and you gotta work at it day in and day out, and work at your craft. And there got to be cohesiveness there, and that's what we're trying to build. So time will tell.
Devin Smith was absent today.
He had something personal to take care of. His girl's expecting, so he's going to be a dad, so he wasn't here.
So you wouldn't expect in the next 2 days either, right?
That's not up to me. If he has a baby, I'm sure he can be here the next 2 days. If he doesn't, it's close, and I really don't know what to tell you.
Todd, Calvin Pryor, you see him as a strong safety in this defense, and what did you see from him last year from what you've looked at from him playing both free and strong safety?
Well, he's going to have to play free and strong in this one, too. He did a lot of things he did in college. Last year was his first year. You're going to have some growing pains. He made some good plays last year. He made some bad plays last year. Hopefully, with the growth of the second year and study and everything like that, you hope he gets better.
What Amaro was out there, that presumably is his back injury from last week?
Yeah, just sore. It's taking precautions.
Is there any concern that it could be a long-term thing?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think, Todd, that Ridley will participate in team drills at all?
Not in this minicamp, no.
Todd, what'd you see from Gino today?
Saw leadership. He made some good throws early on. Had a couple of turnovers in the red zone, which we know we can't have, but I think all the quarterbacks did down there. Made some good throws. He's been making some good decisions, and as he grasps the offense and sees a lot of things the defense is throwing at him, I think the growth has come along pretty good.
Turnovers don't matter now, obviously, but do they matter to you seeing them even on the practice field?
Turnovers always matter. So you don't want turnovers from an offensive standpoint. You want to get as many as you can from a defensive standpoint. So I'm right down the middle right now. You can give a tip to the defense when they get them, and get a tip to the offense when they don't turn them over. So it's got to be a good give and take. Right now, I think the defense took a little bit more today.
From the offensive perspective, what leads to the turnovers today from Gino? Is it misreading the defense or making a poor decision or just a bad throw?
Well, it's a little bit of everything. Those guys make plays over there. He's going against some good players. Sometimes it's the plays the guys make. Sometimes it's a tip ball. Sometimes it's a late throw after the play, and you're just trying to throw the ball up because the play's over. So it's practice. There's a lot of things that lead to that. The thing you don't want to do is when you're in red zone drills, you don't want to turn it over and give up the 3 points by any means necessary.
Do you generally feel that you need to be hands-off when a player does have a contractual issue, that's not going to be your place to mediate in any way?
Well, I'm not a GM. That's all depends on the situation and the circumstances. I'm not an agent or GM or anything else. I'm just a coach. And whether it's contractual, personal, or otherwise, there's always going to be some things that come up that you're going to have to deal with and let time take care of. So all you can do is coach the guys you have while they're out there.
Did you ever go through a situation similar in your career to the one Mo's going through right now?
No, I didn't make that kind of money.
But I guess relatively speaking.
No, I mean, we had it came to terms right the day of camp in my situation, but, you know, mini camps and things like that, I've never missed a day or anything like that. We never had those situations. The money wasn't there, the OTAs weren't mandatory, so it was a little different then.
What do you see for your other quarterbacks out there as well?
Same thing. You know, Ryan's getting healthier and he's making some throws. He turned it over in the red zone as well as Bryce. You know, they got their hands on a lot of balls today. We got to continually make progress. You know, everybody's trying to make the best throw. Sometimes the best throw is just to make the right throw and take what they give you. You know, you don't need to throw the ball 20 yards down the field to get a 300-yard game. You can throw it 5 yards down the field, and I've expressed that to those guys. They understand that. They can't turn it over, and it's practice, and you go forward. There's going to be good and bad days and up and down days.
It looks like the defense is still ahead of the offense at this point. When do you expect the offense to catch up? Like, just philosophically as a coach, at what point do you expect the offense to be at the same levels of defense?
Probably somewhere around the second week of camp, usually when you get pads on and you're able to slide and protect and put all the protections in and do some of the things you need to do pad-wise. I think, you know, normally the offense will catch up then because they'll probably have seen everything. The quarterback's got to understand the hots and the O-line's got to understand the protection and pointing the mic out and everything else. I think that takes time.
With Wilkerson, was it pretty clear to you that he has, how can I put it, that he's ready to sort of acclimate pretty quickly to what you need him to do and what your system's all about?
Yeah, Muhammad's a pro. I mean, this is not street ball coming in. He understands what his job is. He understands what he has to do. He's got a lot of guys playing around him, and he's ready to go.